India will begin taxing its citizens on their worldwide income based on citizenship, not just on residency, but in worse fashion than the United States. If you're a U.S. citizen living outside the USA long enough to qualify for the foreign earned income exclusion, at least husband and wife can take an exclusion for the year 2020 in the amount of a little over $215,000. The exact figure is $215,200 US dollars a year. And that figure actually goes up every year. Now, what India is talking about is if you have citizenship in India and you live in a tax haven where you're not paying taxes, even on your first dollar with no exclusion, India wants to tax you on your worldwide income, even if you don't reside in India, only because you're a citizen of India, but living in a tax haven that has no income taxes. In this video, I'm actually going to give you some facts that came out in Mint newsletter, some of which could change by the time it's actually officially in the law, but right now, this is what India is actually leaning towards. Now, also, if you want to learn more how to legally get your taxes to zero, how to get a second passport as quick as 3 months, do 3 things. Hit the subscribe button to the right of your screen here, and you'll get new videos as they come out automatically. And number 2 is I'd like to hear from you. If you got a question or comment, just put it below and I'll see what I can do to help you. And number 3 is go to our website, www.citizenshipquickly.com, and hit that button at the top of the home page that says apply with us, and then fill out that questionnaire. And then hit that button at the bottom that says send it to us so we can help you get started. We deal with a lot of citizenship by investment and residency by investment countries I think you'd be interested in learning about all over the world. All right, now under the changes proposed in the budget, an Indian citizen who is liable to be taxed in any other country or territory shall be deemed to be resident in India. The move signals a major shift in India's tax policy toward the approach followed by the United States, which taxes its citizens irrespective of their tax residence. Now, the way the amendment to the act is worded suggests that non-resident Indians working in countries with no income tax liability will have to pay the tax in India. Now, a change in the definition of tax residence proposed in the budget could end up hitting Indians working abroad, including countries like the UAE, which levies no income tax unless a bilateral tax treaty actually bails them out. The move signals a major shift in India's tax policy and toward the approach followed by the United States, which taxes its citizens irrespective of their tax residence. The move could deal a blow to non-resident Indians working in countries like in West Asia, such as expats who account for a major chunk of foreign remittances received by India. So this is going to be a radical change in the tax policy, but I thought the EU would be the first countries. I was wrong. India beat them to the punch, but I think the EU is slowly going to be creeping in. Now, under these changes proposed in the budget, an Indian citizen who is not liable to be taxed in any other country or territory shall be deemed to be resident in India. Under the current law, the worldwide income of an Indian resident is taxable in India. In the case of a non-resident Indian, only the income earned in India is taxable. The way the amendment to the act is worded suggests that non-resident Indians working in countries with no income tax liability will have to pay the tax in India. A government official explained that the proposed provisions means that non-resident Indians working in West Asia will be treated as residents, given India taxation rights. But the official said that tax treaties with those countries will be the key to deciding where they'll actually be taxed. Now, tax treaties have tax breaker provisions to decide which country gets taxation rights. And the tiebreaker rules to decide resident status for taxation rights take into account factors such as the country in which the individual has his house, parents, and ancestral home. This was brought up by a major accounting firm there. Now, the proposal will mean that non-resident Indians who are resident in both the countries will have to invoke provisions in the tax treaties between the countries to get the relief. American citizens who work in foreign countries have the liability to file tax returns and pay taxes in the U.S., even if they're resident in another country. The country where they reside offers credits for the taxes they pay in the U.S. for their local tax obligations as per bilateral tax treaty rules. Now, several tax experts told Mint that there was an absence of clarity on how this provision would work. It seems that Indian citizens working in countries which do not tax them may end up paying taxes in India. Some experts said that at times such consequences in tax laws and the changes are unintended, and that more clarity was needed on the matter. Now, India retained its position as the world's top recipient of remittances, with its sending a whopping $79 billion back home in 2018 against $65 billion in the previous year. Now, India has the largest number of migrants living abroad at 17.5 million, followed by Mexico and China. It's 11.8 million and 10.7 million. The proposed amendment will take effect from April the 1st, 2021. To be sure, the proposals have to be passed by both houses of Parliament to take effect. However, members of Parliament can suggest amendments. The proposal is part of the larger effort to target high net worth individuals who keep moving around countries in such a way they don't get caught in the domicile rules of any country, and thus avoiding paying their fair share of tax in any country. The Narendra Modi administration is keen to widen its tax base by bringing more people into the tax net to find resources for its welfare spending. This was according to Daksha Baxi, head of international taxation at Cyril Amchan Magadi, an Indian citizen who is now taxed elsewhere in the world for whatever reason, and also not taxed in India because of not being present in the country for more than 120 days, but now will be taxed in India. This will hit those who have moved out of India to tax havens but not yet got their foreign citizenship. I tell you this, I would learn a good lesson from this, and I've mentioned this before. If you've heard anything on this video, listen to this. Don't get a second passport in a country that taxes worldwide income, because these are going to be the first countries to actually change their tax laws to where you're going to be taxed based on citizenship. Stick with pure tax havens and countries that have territorial tax systems to get your passports. These are going to be the last countries to come out with a citizenship-based taxation. So I would say the last ones are pure tax havens, because they don't want to have any of these taxes put into place. Countries like Panama, other areas like Guatemala, Malaysia, other countries that have territorial tax systems, they might, but I would say it's a lot less likely than countries that tax worldwide income to its residents. So stay away from those countries. Anyway, if you want to learn more how to legally get your taxes to zero, how to get a second passport, it's quick as 3 months. Do 3 things. Hit the subscribe button to the right of your screen here, and you'll get new videos as they come out automatically. And number 2 is I'd like to hear from you. If you got a question or comment, just put it below and I'll see what I can do to help you. And number 3 is go to our website, www.citizenshipquickly.com. Hit that top bar that says apply with us. Fill out that questionnaire, then hit that bottom bar that says send it to us so we can help you get started. We deal with a lot of citizenship by investment, residency by investment countries I think you'd be interested in learning about. And thanks for watching. I look forward to talking to you on the next video. Take care.